I was raped in '97 against one of the most powerful men in Hollywood. To speak out against this man who sat at the very top of the pyramid and wielded enormous power and influence would almost certainly mean the end of any career I had in the film industry. My hands were tied, my mouth was gagged, I was silenced against my will, and I wasn't the only one. Dozens of women sexually assaulted by the same men kept their silence, some for decades, because we had no other choice. Some of us signed comprehensive confidentiality agreements with our abuser that held out the threat of total financial ruin if we ever spoke out. This was his insurance policy, a gun to our heads, a law designed to protect the rapist. Our careers and livelihoods hang in the balance. We all lived in a state of complete fear and paranoia. Some of us later found out we had been followed by spies who had prepared dossiers on every aspect of our private lives, any indiscretion, large or small, weaponized and ready to destroy our reputation in the media. When I did eventually decide to speak out, where public opinion had already been against me for many years, they already thought I was a whore. The story about me and my abuser was just a confirmation they needed to prove it. And so my name was dragged through the mud across the media, my reputation smeared endlessly, my story picked apart, my credibility questioned. Every day on TV there was another discussion panel made up of people who did not know me and whom I had never met, dedicated to arguing about whether I had been raped or not, dissecting my story, my life, as if they were detectives at a crime scene that existed only in their morbid imagination. They shamed me in front of the whole country, on every channel, during prime time. And the conclusion they came to, these great detectives, was that not only was I asking for it, that I wanted it. In their eyes, I was not even worthy of being a victim of this monster. In their eyes, I was not even good enough to be raped. Through the camaraderie and understanding, empathy and love of my fellow survivors, we all stood together, who took my side and stood up for me against the bullies, and became stronger for it. And out of this ordeal, I was transformed. I was given a role I had never once considered for myself, but one I felt I had no choice but to take, that of an activist.